See, we hear letting go, we hear that term so often that we get confused easily as to what it means. And we might associate like let go of fear, us trying mentally to let go of fear then, which does not work well. To try to mentally let go of fear and remove yourself from fear often screws us up. It often inadvertently involves the law of reversed effort that Coué talks about, where you're trying mentally to do something and using willpower, but your imagination overruns it and you feel even more fearful. Letting go, generally speaking, and definitely the way that Hawkins describes it, is more about letting an uncomfortable feeling be there. Letting the feeling be there, and actually maybe even leaning into the feeling. Not wanting to get rid of it, but allowing it to be there. And by allowing this feeling to be there and not paying attention to your thoughts associated with the feeling, you don't pay attention to what you're thinking about the feeling. You pay attention to the feeling itself, which might be very uncomfortable. For instance, the feeling of fear. You feel that fear or whatever uncomfortable feeling it is, you feel it and you let it be there. You become one with it. And what happens is very interesting is that feeling, if you're allowing it to be there and are not trying to push it away, it starts to shift and dissipate. And so this very uncomfortable feeling, this quote-unquote unbearable feeling, all of a sudden becomes more bearable. It's like what Hawkins says, you let the energy out of the feeling. And this naturally happens just by allowing the feeling to be there and not saying, oh, no, I don't want the feeling to be here. This means there's something wrong with me. I'm so scared. Da, da, da. Instead of doing that, we let the feeling be there. We fully allow it. And by fully allowing it to be there, it dissipates. And we naturally let go of it. So it's not a mental process. It's not forcing ourselves to let go of a certain feeling. It's the opposite of that, really, a lot of the time. It's letting the feeling be there so fully, being comfortable with the uncomfortableness to such a degree that that uncomfortableness naturally leaves us. We don't just let it go, it lets us go. See, we're so uncomfortable because we don't want to deal or look at these uncomfortable feelings. This is what Weeks is talking about. She's saying we don't want to face these uncomfortable feelings. And because of that, we mentally antagonize ourselves and try to run away from the feelings all day long. But if you just allow these passing uncomfortable feelings to be there and sit with them or stand with them, and feel into them, then they shift and they lose their energy. And very naturally, they dissipate. And then we very naturally are able to just let them go. Very simple and powerful.